do this. Okay. Hello, everyone. No one is watching at the moment, I think, but Brittany's also on. I know Brittany was where I was at, so she'll join us soon. I'm gonna message her and say we live. But
It's the exciting one.
it's the exciting one. I mean, I've told her some things about my thoughts on the books.
I was gonna say, you've told me nothing, so I'm...
Yeah, no, I want you to know nothing, because, why tell you anything? So, yes. I know there's actually been people who've been watching this back, so that's really good. So, hello, everyone. Welcome. Surprise, we are talking about 3 books today.
Well, 2 books and a novella, I guess.
2 books and a novella. So we're going to talk about Mirror Sight, which... Oh, hello! Welcome, Deb. Welcome. We're going to show the books. I think Deb would actually really like this series.
Yeah.
Slight spoiler on my thoughts. After reading this, I don't want to stop reading the series. So that's good. I know a lot of people felt differently.
It's different.
Yes, it is. We'll get into that when we get to spoiler. That's fair. And also we just basically read all of these. I don't know, have you read the Green Rider first book, Deb? I can't remember. These are easier reads than I think most of the epic fantasy, but they still are long reads. It took me a couple days to read this one.
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna talk about Mirror Sight, Firebrand, and the Dream Gatherer, which we're gonna talk very much at the end, and I think it's something that if Brittany stays for spoilers on it, it will be fine. Personally,
yeah, you do have to read it after Firebrand.
Yes, you do. You do have to read it after Firebrand. Only got 11%, but that's quite far behind for starting. Oh, actually, that's really good. Why is there stickiness on my book?
Because I couldn't find justifiable evidence when you're supposed to read that novella. Because the next one the next one is 7.5, I believe, everywhere. But that one is just kind of tagged everywhere. But where do you?
Yeah.
Where's it go?
Spirit of the Wood. I have it here because I bought it because I'm I can't get the audiobook of it unless I,
It's the only Audible exclusive.
I also hate that this is.
I think that one's self-pub. I have a feeling that one's self-pub.
This one?
Yeah.
No, it's DAW Books.
Oh, it's weird because it's an Audible exclusive.
I wonder if the rest of the series is going to be Audible exclusive.
I would hate
suck. No, thank you.
Because I have all of them on Libro FM. Except that one.
Except for that one. Deb fell off from the very beginning. That's okay. You have a lot to read always.
And I was going to say, I don't even know if the 8th book is the last book. I have a feeling it's not.
It's not. I looked at reviews that were non-spoilery, and some people talked about, I'm excited for the next book. I'm like, okay.
So you can read it in 4 years when the 9th book comes out.
True. I'm wondering if other people like Becca or people who do these big long read-alongs would enjoy this series.
I don't know.
I could see Becca finding Kerrigan a little insufferable.
Because she is insufferable.
She is insufferable, and that's okay. You'll stay for spoilers. Yay! Deb will, lots of time to catch up. Brittany reads this series all the time, so which is great.
There could be Sandra could.
Yes, Sandra could. Oh yeah, She could. I think she would like the series. I think she would also find Kerrigan insufferable, but I mean, Rand is insufferable and she likes Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
I think Rand is way more insufferable than Kerrigan.
Kerrigan is a lovable insufferable.
She is like, she's growing as a person.
Book 3, I think she was very insufferable.
Book 3. This, not too much spoilers. This isn't a spoiler, but I think she does a lot of growing in this.
Yes. That one challenges her mindset.
Yeah. Sandra's making me questionable. Listen, I really liked Wheel of Time, but if I ever reread it, I'm not rereading the entire series. I am just reading like the first 4 books, maybe 5 books, and then the Sanderson books. I think that's all you need to read.
I stopped after book 3 as well.
Right? For Becca's, yeah, you need to finish too. I need to catch up on that, but I'm really far behind on that as well.
Hey, I finished I finished all of the Realm of the Elder Ring. Finally.
I still haven't because I don't know why. I did start the Tawny Man trilogy, so that's good. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean,
and
that's
you're
what
trying to catch up on series.
Yeah.
Your husband also gave up after book 3. I mean, I do say if you don't like it by the first 3 books, don't read any more of Wheel of Time. So, there are definitely book series that are Wheel of Time-esque that are better than Wheel of Time. For sure. Gotcha.
So, fun fact, when I originally read these books, I also only read them at 1x speed.
Oh, these?
Yes.
Wow.
Because that was back in 2022.
I think I originally started in 2x speed. 2022. Oh, that's right. Brittany's like the OG person who comes to our stream with it, which is great. Deb also agrees that Wheel of Time is overrated.
I feel like we end up talking about Wheel of Time in every one of these.
You know what? There are moments in this series that makes me think of Wheel of Time, but it doesn't make me angry like Wheel of Time. But it's also not super Wheel of Time. But there's aspects that are Wheel of Time, but it's not the same.
It doesn't go off on many pages of exposition that doesn't matter.
Yes. Yeah, I'm glad the 1x speed days are gone because
when I first tried 1.5 speed or 2x speed, it gave me a panic attack or something.
Me too. I think I tried to do 2x speed for Catching Fire. I was like, holy cow, this person reads way too fast. I can't do this. But then when I went back to 1x speed, I'm like, oh, now she's peaking so slowly. So I
if there's a book that I'm not really into, I bump it up to 3x speed now because I'm like, I want this done.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think 1.75 is the slowest I can go on most books. 2x is better for like average. Yeah. Yeah, I hate it when things are limited to 2x as well.
I think Spotify is limited to 2x when you're on Android Auto.
That's weird.
Distraction, maybe, because you're...
Maybe. Yes, the narrator of the Green Rider series is slow. Normally at 1x speed. I can't imagine because I don't listen to it.
Sometimes I go back and it's like a culture shock. I'm sure if I listened to it for a bit, it would get like back to normal.
Yeah. All right. So non-spoiler rating thoughts on the books. So we're going to start with Mirror Site rating. I think I first originally rated this a 4.5, but I kind of want to put it at a 5 now, if I haven't changed it already. Double checking my spreadsheet. It's a 4.5, but I have been thinking about bumping it up to a 5. And you're like, wow, that's weird.
Ooh, but Brittany agrees.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Accents are hard. Yep. What about you? What do you rate this book?
It's been a minute, but it's between a 3 and a 4 for me. So,
I think that's fair. I do think that's fair. I think my thoughts on this have gone up because I continued with the series, though. Because at the end, I was like staring. I was staring. That's all I'm going to say. I was like, what do you mean?
I was going to
say, we'll get into that yet.
It's in the title, but trauma.
Well, then we got more trauma. This one. What am I think I can't remember now what I rated this one. Oh, come on. I also rated this one a 4.5. But it's a very much so a 4.5 for this one.
I think this one was a 4 for me.
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah.
And then for the novellas and short stories, I rated it a 4. I liked it.
Yeah, novellas are really hard, and I think but it was a good palate cleanser before going into Winterlight.
Yeah. And like the main story, The Dream Gatherer, part of me is like, oh, that would have been really cool to have in the book, but like I have no idea where she would have put it, so I'm okay that it was here.
Yeah.
So let me move my stuff back around. Okay. So yes, 4.5 says Brittany for Mirror Site. What did you and Deb gave some eyeballs. Yeah, Deb, this book, if Deb is still here, this book is the most decisive book in the series. And I understand why. Though,
yeah.
Go ahead.
It's the one where I was like, I don't know how they're going to resolve this particular plot point, and I was very confused.
Right? I do say, reading this Firebrand, though, I understand why a little bit, and I like what's happening. That's all I'll say. Yeah, it is very interesting. Firebrand got a 4-star before. Okay. That's right. Well, I did say to you, if you remember one aspect about the book, you remember everything about the book. Which we'll get into a little bit more spoilery. But, I mean, there's more than just the one thing I thought about that happens in the book. But
I also can't believe that the book is coming out in 16 days.
I know. Like, part of me is like, I could, if I get my audiobook of it really soon, I could read it in a couple days and then actually start the next book because I have an arc of it.
Also, I can't start till the 17th of October because that's when I get my credit. But
yeah,
I could buy a new credit, but
I do get my Libro FM. Actually, I don't buy it in credits. I wait for the library because. But I did put a notify thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping that it's part of my ALC for Libro.
Yeah.
But it's probably not. So, okay. We're now going to go into the spoiler section of the books. And we're going to start with Mirror Site. And let me get you some thoughts that I wrote to first of all, What do you mean? Bye, Deb. Okay, good. Bye, not breathe. Okay. Oh, still recording the audio? Interesting. I mean, it is a very long book. Okay. I felt like, by the way, I also messaged Brittany because I figured, like, oh, this is the place to tell you my first thoughts. Because otherwise, why have a live show? I don't know why. But what do you mean? What do you mean she forgot everything? This book, as I was reading it, I was like, this book is like my favorite. I loved what was happening. I loved the setting. I liked to look into the future, what could happen, and everything. Like this had a lot of like Natalia Knight, like loves this sort of thing. I did not like Cade.
He's a bit of a jackass.
He is, and I do feel like even though Kerrigan does love him, I feel like it's a rebound sort of thing because she can't have Zachary. But I was still very much so like, what do you mean she forgot everything? And then the baby's gone, which makes me think what would have happened to Cade if he went through. Would he have disappeared too and died traumatically? Probably.
Well, so the baby was the plot point where I'm like, what are we going to do with this plot point?
Right? And like I just was like, I had to think about this because like the majority of the book I loved, but then when she goes back and she forgets pretty much everything, she has remembered more things as like things. She had like a little bit of remembering because she remembers Cade, and like there's more stuff that she remembers in this book, which we'll get to in a second. But I just did not know how to feel for a while.
So it makes sense to me, just the way that they are like to protect the timeline kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense why she forgets.
Yes, because I don't think I like the series a lot. I'm keeping the entire series. I think I'm actually going to start preemptively stamping these because I like this series so much. Because I usually don't stamp series until they're done. But I think I'm gonna. I guess she could do something to make me hate it at the end, but I don't think she will. I'm gonna have faith in that. But I don't think Kristen Britton is a good enough writer to do. What's it called? With time stuff when it's like
parallel timelines?
Not parallel timelines. When like you have to make sure that you have everything in order for when you do time traveling. Paradoxes. I don't think she can do time paradoxes well. I think she wouldn't be able to keep it straight because of this reason. She retcons a lot of things sometimes.
Well, the thing is, I don't even notice if I noticed the retcon, so I'm like thinking, like, what did she retcon here?
I think what Brittany means, like retconning the whole fact that this stuff happened, she gets all this information, and then all of a sudden, like, boom, Kerrigan doesn't remember anymore.
Well, and I guess because that's kind of like builds in like the urgency of her like trying to say everything and write it all down.
Yeah. So, but yes, the way that everything, I can understand people giving this book maybe not 1 star, but if that's something that you really hate, then I guess yes.
It depends how you would like time, because time travel is really hard.
Time travel is so hard. And I think because Kristen Britton keeps track of everything very well sometimes, and things are just wibbly wobbly, she would have a hard time keeping things straight.
Yeah, particularly if you're going forward and coming back.
Yes, exactly.
So I have an important question. Did you guess who the Emperor was?
Oh, that it was Amber Hill?
Yeah.
I I did not guess it was Amber Hill, but I wasn't surprised it was Amber Hill because of the fact that with him in the previous book, him still being around so much made me think he's important somehow, but I don't know how. So when it was that reveal that he was Amber Hill, I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I did not guess it.
Were you convinced that it was Mornhaven forever? Until it was...
No, I kind of thought it was like, it could just be someone random that I don't know. I didn't think it was anybody I knew really, but again, if it was Wardhaven, I wouldn't have been surprised. I was more surprised that it was Amber Hill than it was, like, if it happened to be Wardhaven, that would be like, oh yes, that'd be like.
I mean, it technically was Wardhaven, but that's a different.
True. Wibbly wobbly, timely wimey stuff.
There were 3 people in that body.
Yes, there's so many people in that body, but I was surprised, but it wasn't like I guess I should say my jaw didn't drop on the floor. I was like, oh, okay. It was like that kind of like, oh, I didn't see that.
And I don't think it was supposed to for the reader, because I think we had too much information.
Yes, I agree. Especially since we get everybody's points of view, like a lot of people's point of views. And I think this is why this series is like Wheel of Time, because Wheel of Time, you get so many people's point of views where it's like too much. This, I think, Kristen does a really good job of balancing the point of views to where it makes sense to you to know to switch over and everything.
Yeah.
But I like that it is Amber Hill, and I like that Amber Hill is possessed by multiple beings. I love the witch lady.
That was also just traumatic. That's her predicament is just dramatic.
Oh my goodness. So awful. But I loved her, and I want her to I was wanting her to like be released and just go crazy on everybody. Excuse me.
Yeah, I guess this is the point where I would age up the series, because there's a lot of trauma. Just a lot.
Yes. Well, even definitely age up, because, well, there's the trauma in here, but then like all the torture that happens in this book, like, what? Yes, I would be holding out stamping for like 8 years. That's right. But yeah, Amber Hill. Yeah, that was a good reveal, because you knew, like, I think she set it up in a way where you knew Amber Hill was going to be important somehow, but you just didn't know how.
Well, and you kind of like the thread with like the ring and all the pirates and that kind of like B thread going through.
Yes. And also you like don't even think about it being someone in Kerrigan's timeline, because how many years in the future is this? Like a 200? Lot. Yeah, 200 years. You don't expect anyone to be alive.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people who should not be alive are alive randomly.
Mm-hmm.
By a lot, I mean like 2, but still.
I don't know why I said Warnhaven. I meant Mornhaven. But I also thought it was really sad when they like Mapstone had the funeral for Kerrigan, but like Zachary's reaction.
Well, she tried to have a funeral, and the ghosts were like, "No."
Yes, that's true. She tried to have a funeral, but Zachary was like basically like, "Well, I'm super depressed now, and even though my wife has a baby, I'm gonna go Humpty Dumpty Dumpty battle and maybe die, and I'd be okay with that."
Yeah, and I guess that because I like this is where I don't like Zachary, because I'm like, you're neglecting your wife.
He is 100%. Yeah, he was on full-on denial.
I guess that's kind of why I don't ship him, because I'm like, you are neglecting your wife.
I think that because he was like sick in the previous book, and she had to do so many things, and she has come and done, his wife has done so many things to like prove that she can handle things. He's like, well, it doesn't matter anymore. My heart is broken.
Yeah.
But it's like, nah, bro, be a man. Like, not that I really like to say that because it's kind of toxic, but like, man up.
You are married. Fulfill your vows.
even though the circumstance, I also think I give him a little bit of a break, even though he should just, because he is an honorable person, so he should just honor those vows. And it was going to happen anyways. He was married way earlier than was expected, and he was like basically dying, asleep, incapacitated. So there's lots of dubiousness to it. So, I give him a little. He definitely was acting, even though he's in his like 30s. He definitely acted more like a teenager for that.
Yeah, and I was like, it's fine. I was like, this is why I don't shoot him. Like, you have a vow that you must honor.
Yes, she's pregnant. Your wife is pregnant with a child. We didn't know it was children yet.
Oh, I forget when they find out it's twins.
I'm pretty sure it's Firebrand that you find out it's twins. I read these pretty close together because when I finished this, I had 7 days left of the audiobook on Libby. So, yeah, I was also cutting it very short. Considering how he almost died via the arrow. Yeah. Yeah. So reckless. Such a reckless man. Not in this one, but the other one. Yeah. I think Zachary just wants a break. Because he also, like, the other thing is, like, there's so many things about Zachary's life that we can talk about how he has always just been put into predicaments where he has been forced to do things he wasn't planning on doing anyway. You know, everything he is like never on his timeline because he wasn't planning to be king, but then his brother was a stupid head, evil, and so he had to become king and get used to the idea of being king. So like there's a lot of things that are very unfair in his life, yet he tries his best to be honorable, though he could do better. Because you're right, he made a vow even before he was married that he was going to marry Astoria, and I almost said Historia, but then I was like, nope, drop the H.
Isn't it Astoria?
Astora, something like
Astora.
that. Oh, I guess it is twins in the last chapters of Maricite. Okay, I can't remember since I read these super close together.
My brain will not remember how to pronounce names, so I was like, I am trying here.
So anyway, but yes, I loved this book. The ending made me go, what the heck? I'm kind of mad at this book, even though I loved it. I also think I have a lot of faith in Kristen to actually bring more of it back. She has brought some of it back in here. Like Kerrigan remembers more things in here, but I'm hoping more comes out of it.
We'll see. I'm only like, I also don't remember, but I'm also, how far am I in? I am 10% into Winterlight, which is not long.
No, that isn't long. Let's see. Yeah, mine is available soon. It's like 14 weeks on one library and like available soon. I'm number 1. So I'll get it any day.
But it's also like 29 hours.
Right, I know. So like basically as soon as I get it, I'm going to drop everything else to read it.
And I don't know how long the next book is going to be.
The next book, I can tell you how many pages it is if I can find my phone. Well, actually, will Goodreads tell me how many pages it is?
Oh, Amazon might tell. Yeah.
Hold on. Green Rider. Because I can't remember the title of the other book. It's something with stars.
It's like the Christopher Paolini book. It's just
Falling. Yep. It is 672 pages.
That's shorter.
It is slightly shorter. Well, actually, it's quite a bit shorter. It's like 200 pages shorter.
I was like, Winterlight is like 800.
So it's actually closer to the length of. Oh, it's shorter than Mirror Sight.
So maybe like.
So it's the same. It's about the same length as Black Veil.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, it is short comparison to all, which is going to be kind of nice. Actually, I felt like the turnaround between Winterlight and the Sea of Stars was pretty good. I mean, it's 3 years, which I still think is a good enough turnaround. Where some of these like turnarounds is like,
Well, they're all like 3 to 4 years. I think I did the math.
okay, oh, they all are. That's 4 years. That's the biggest jump is 1998 to 2003.
Well, that makes sense.
But yeah, that makes sense. Like you don't know if it's gonna work or anything like that. So
And it wasn't planned to be because in the novella we learned it wasn't really planned to be a series.
That's a good point. Yeah, she was just like, let's just see how this goes. This is why I think Mel could read the series or try it, see if she likes it, because it does. You do get a complete story. If you don't want to move on, you don't have to. But I think this just gets so much better as you go.
Yeah.
3 to 4 years. Okay.
Yeah. Which is
200 pages shorter than Winterlight. Let's see. Anything else about this?
I think it's the most memorable that I have read of the series so far.
Yes. I mean, with an ending like that, how can you forget? It's also so different.
Yeah. And I have a question. Do you think the male green riders can't get other people pregnant? Like, the female green riders are not supposed to get pregnant.
I think yes. I think their sperm, I guess, for lack of a better word, is probably like not fertile.
I was gonna say, are they all sterile? Which is an interesting fact that we learned.
True. Yeah, which makes sense why Farrell Coblebane never got Astoria pregnant. Because that was one of the things I wanted back in the beginning, where it was like, oh, I wanted the drama to be that she was pregnant but lost the child, instead of like, Zachary, I'm so sorry that I am no longer
pure,
untouched. I'm no longer pure. So it makes sense because, I mean, it sounded like her and Coblebane did it a lot. I don't know why. Like, maybe I'm just assuming.
Well, it's interesting. I wonder why. Is it the magic? It's just like you can't be. It's like very greedy, and it's like you can't be away from your duties for any reason.
Maybe that. I think maybe it's greedy, or the magic, or maybe like I don't know. That's a great question.
For like women, I guess it makes sense for the women like protect because it's very dangerous. You're like protecting the body.
Yeah, like that's the one thing. If anything, like let's say Kerrigan got raped, or any of the green women writers got raped, they could not leave. I mean, still a traumatic experience that we would not want to happen to anyone, but they could not get pregnant from that traumatic event.
I was like, that's an interesting tidbit that you included, that they cannot get pregnant.
Yes, I think it was a way to be like, I don't want Kerrigan to have a baby, but I'm going to have her have a baby. I'm going to make this be the thing.
And I was like, I don't know. I think I cried at the end of this book because it's very, very emotional.
Oh, it's so emotional. Like, you are just basically with Kerrigan in this new world with some glimpses into what's going on in their present day.
And I wanted more of the like her reveals to other people to be more dramatic, but that's just me. I just like when people reveal things and it's very dramatic.
Yes.
Like that one maid that helps her a lot.
Not to get too into politics of our day, but I will touch upon it briefly without being like a side, maybe, depending on some people. I do think the whole fact of like how in Green Rider part where Kerrigan's from, women have all these like rights and they can do all these things, but when she goes into the future, it goes backwards. And it kind of felt like it was going into, it kind of felt a little like about us in our day right now and how crazy things are happening. So that's my brief touch about it. please be nice in the comments of this video. It just seemed very parallel to our world, and I think I really liked that aspect about it too. Even though this was written before, way before this day and age happened.
And I think there were, because before women had more rights as well, before like the puritanical like culture too.
Yes, this was written in 2014, so that tells anything, or was published in 2014. So that tells you anything. That's all I'm gonna say without saying anything else, because I want us to be nice here. It also made me think of Handmaid's Tale too. You know, the book, even though I've never read the book.
I haven't read it. I haven't read it or watched the series, but I know about it.
But yeah, it's like, you know about it, how like women don't have a lot of rights, and how they have to cover their faces, like in The Handmaid's Tale, they have to wear the red, like certain women have to wear the red and be this is their lot in life sort of situation. And I really liked that coming into the fantasy world, and how a few, like, this goes for anybody, but like your rights could be taken away if the wrong people are in charge. So yeah, I really liked that. That has been something that's been my favorite theme in books, I guess, about like dystopian topics. And it just went well with what my theme of my favorite books are this year. A lot of them, like Sunrise on the Reaping and Blood Over Bright Haven, has those things as well. So I think after everything that happened, true. That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that at all. Brittany, I just read a steampunk fantasy I need to tell you about. It's an old 2010 series. Tori from Tori Between Pages has got me into it. It's the Vampire Empire series. It's a trilogy. And the first book is called The Grey Friar. I will have to send that to you. I need to remember. I really liked it. I just finished it last night.
I like steampunk.
But yeah. It's steampunk with vampires, obviously, because it's Vampire the Empire. And it also has a lot of... Actually, the book takes place in 2020. Which is, I find hilarious. But hey, you just pretend it doesn't take place in 2020. But it has a lot of great action in it, and like has like a forbidden romance, and it has like a lot of like world politics fighting against vampires and stuff. So, but it is steampunk.
Anyways, I think that's all I wanted to talk about in this one.
Okay, I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but I can't think of anything either. But yes, I got really emotional too at the end. I feel like anyone who reads this is going to feel some sort of emotion, whether it's anger or sadness. It's up to you.
Also, I really recommend these big floppy paperbacks because, like,
I know
the text is so large too.
It's great. Like, it's beautiful. That's why I'm not buying the new book right away, because I want it in floppy paperback.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did get the wrong size. I don't know if yours is like this, but like,
no, mine are good.
I don't know. I'm too lazy to like, but it still has like the big.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. I always look at the height of the book, so I don't do that because it would drive me nuts. Okay, I'm putting mirror sight down. Which, oh, by the way, I don't know if yours does it, but my font, it might be really hard to see, is kind of holographic.
Oh, mine is too. It's like, it's shimmery.
It's like a mirror. Ha ha. Mine also has a big red dot on the bottom because I got it like secondhand.
I think it would be perfect if it had a 5 here.
All right. This series does need numbers. Like, none of them have numbers.
Yeah, because like I do appreciate that it says sequel to blah 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 here, because that indicates that it's not the first book of the series.
And this one says sequel to Mirror Sight.
But I need a number.
I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I've accidentally started midway through a series before.
I sometimes accidentally request NetGalleys of in between series, so yeah, it's not fun. All right, Firebrand. Zachary has gone missing, yet we know where he is. And actually, this one kind of has like shiny coppery on Firebrand. I didn't notice that one before.
Yeah, and mine's a tree. I have a tree.
Me too.
Actually, are they all trees? What is this one? Oh, it is a tree.
Tree. By the way, I believe that Kristen Britton does her own art in here. This map is her doing, I think. And I think I say that because of the art in here. Because she does the art in this one too, and it seems like the same style.
There's no credit on the copyright page. There's no like.
No. Oh no! In the map itself, it has her signature.
Yeah, I'm looking at the copyright page because normally they have like the copyright, like cover art by blah blah blah.
Yeah, the cover art.
Oh, it is signed by her in the.
Yeah. This one's easier to hold up. Okay. Oh, she shares her doodles all the time. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I hate starting mid-series. It's really annoying. Okay. I love that the first line of the back says, Zachary, they say his whole name, rues how much he has to give up for his realm, including the freedom to live and love as he chooses. Oh, well, this goes into here. The Eltia. The Eltia is becoming a very interesting part of the series.
Yeah, because they feel like elves.
They do, but they're not elves.
Admittedly, I haven't had like a lot to prove that they aren't elves.
True. I just noticed there's skeletons on this cover.
Other than the really weird Twilight-esque thing that happens with one of them.
Yeah, and also how her friend shows up in Mirror Sight.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
You know what I mean by Twilight-esque thing.
Like Twilight Princess?
No, the weird imprinting thing that
Twilight. Yes, that I did think about that. I was like, why is this happening? Are we in Twilight? They aren't elves? I mean, I would say that's the closest equivalent is that they are elves. My brain just thinks they're elves. I mean, do we have a picture of the Eltia to where?
Honestly, I just think they're elves. They're just not called elves.
I mean, it does say in the wiki they are elf-like people. So they are elves. They are basically elves. Okay. Well. Oh,
like. Go ahead.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Mine was like, I just don't like the weird Twilight thing because that was weird and not necessary.
Yeah, very weird and unnecessary. Like,
we don't need a fourth, fifth person in this relationship.
No, we don't at all. Like, everyone, at least Alton has like been like, I'm gonna be with my woman. Like, I'm gonna be with her. One more person in the triangle, hexagon, trapezoid is gone. So all we have is Zachary. We technically had Amberhill for a moment, but like he's not in the equation anymore. Then
He
we
might
have
come
Kay.
back.
He could. You know what? Maybe that's how we save Amber Hill. Him and Kerrigan get it on. I don't know.
We have
Everyone.
Astoria that's kind of in this.
Yes. Everybody wants Kerrigan.
Kerrigan is not that hot, guys.
I haven't like my hypothesis is she's the main character and like it's a trope that everybody wants the main character. But if we want to have a trope, like a way to say it that it's not like that, maybe she just exudes this attractiveness in the sense of like not like beauty, but like, oh, you want to be around her because she is so close with the first writer, you know?
Yeah. Or her mom had weirdness, so maybe that weirdness is like attracting males to her.
True. And it is kind of rumored that mom is maybe part Eltian.
Descendant,
Descendant, like has a little bit of that blood in her.
Yeah.
So, I mean, where's a good picture of like Kerrigan? I think this is Kerrigan in this cover. She is pretty, but like I don't know.
She's also very stupid and puts herself in very stupid.
And maybe that's why people want to have like maybe that's why people are attracted to her because they want to protect her and her stupidityness. I don't know.
But she does it to herself.
I mean, I guess I should say we're kind of calling the kettle black because we all like Kerrigan too in some matter of factness. Not saying we all want to date her or like whatever, but like we all like her even though she's stupid and impulsive.
Well, I don't know if I would like her as a person if I met her in real life.
Fair.
I don't know.
True. Like sometimes I just want to smack her upside the head, but like did she start the series as 17 we said?
16, 17, yeah.
16, 17? How many years do we think has passed until this
I'm thinking like 5.
5. So let's just say she's 16. I a calculator because I'm
23.
not good at math. That's
no, she'd be 21, right?
She's like 21.
Yeah.
Which means that Zachary is like 40.
That's why I was like, I don't like the age gap, but that's just me.
I'm in these types of stories, I don't mind age gaps. Depending how the company is, I don't mind age gaps. I'm very picky with my age gaps, I should say. I just don't want there to be a power dynamic to where I feel like the man has all the power, or like the older person. Like he has power, but Kerrigan also would like. I think she doesn't submit to that power like how I don't like it.
Okay.
But I do think if Zachary became evil, it would be hard for Kerrigan, but I think she would kill him if he became evil.
Yeah. I don't know, but also I don't know what's gonna. Honestly, I don't know who's gonna be Endgame.
Right, and there may not even be an Endgame. Kerrigan could die at the end.
And I think I would be fine with that, honestly.
Me too. This girl needs some rest.
Honestly, if she became Avatar, if she became the god of death, I'd be like, okay, cool. Have some fun.
Right? Like, part of me is kind of like, okay, is the end of the series going to be her release from being a Green Rider as well if she doesn't die?
Or is she going to become a weapon?
Maybe. Or maybe she becomes, like, in a weird way, some sort of royalty so she can marry Zachary. And, okay, here's the thing. This has to go with this book. So, this kind of does go into this book, and these are theories because of this book. What did Astoria, whatever her name is, Historia, but not Historia, see in Kerrigan's eye? She said to Zachary, I saw the children, but she seemed really freaked out by the future she saw. You know?
I don't know.
I think I think she saw her own death.
Also, I have forgotten. Does something happen to her eye? Because I feel like her eye is not as important at the end of the book that it is in the beginning.
In Firebrand,
Yeah.
she still has her eye thingy. Granted, after I finished this, I started another book which I hated. Sorry, Brittany. Um, Brittany um, so and then I was just thinking about that book a lot. So hold on one second. One moment. Someone is
Because
knocking at my
I
door.
have totally forgotten about her eye thing.
Someone was delivering mail to my door, as in my bedroom door, and I was like, you could just knock instead of wiggle the handle. Anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to be rushed at that. What were you saying?
I have, starting book 7, I have totally forgotten about her eye thing until just now.
Oh, yeah, like she has her eye is all like mirror shard, and she can like people can.
I've forgotten that's a thing.
Oh yeah. So like a lot of people have been looking into it. Not a lot, but a couple people. But Zachary does not want to.
Well, yeah, it's like I remember it was a big deal, but I was like, I forgot it was a thing in the beginning of book 7. So I'm like, did something happen to it?
So yes, what do you think Astoria saw? Because I think she saw her own death, but her children are okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because there's something
I don't
she
want
says.
her to die because she's.
I don't want her to die either. But like if Zachary and Kerrigan are endgame, that's the only way it's gonna happen. Yeah, unless they start a harem.
Which would be fine too, but I doubt that's a.
Since we're talking about relationships, before Firebrand, Kerrigan and Amber Hill were endgame. I thought they were endgame for a few moments, but then Amber Hill went away, and so I was like, okay, maybe he's not endgame. But now, definitely, I don't think Kerrigan and Amber Hill are endgame for sure. Because this book is mostly how many people can torture? You know?
Yeah.
And that's why I say it's like, if you remember one thing about this book, it's basically let's torture everybody.
Trauma.
More trauma. I love the Griffin cat thing, and how I think this also kind of happened a little bit in Mirror State, where they talked about him, the cat who is now a Griffin, going off to find people. I love Griffins so much, and I'm glad that we're having more Griffins in fantasy books.
Yeah, I will say that they're the thing is we're just gonna find one other, we'll save the species, doesn't really work in practice.
Right?
You need more than 2 to not be functionally extinct as a species.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's an interesting theory that Zachary's going to abolish the monarchy.
It could be because we've had that plot thread.
That's true. And he really hates the fact that because he's a monarch, he is forced to live his life a specific way. Like, it is kind of building up to that.
Yeah, it's like, I can definitely see it.
Griffins. We need more Griffins in fantasy books. I love that it started off as a cat, and it could, like, go back and forth between a cat and a Griffin.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, like, a dream for me, for a cat to become a Griffin. Oh, grandmother in this book. Oh, my goodness. Like, what?
I think all of Second Empire went like crazy evil.
Right? And Lala. in this book, some people like talk about how they don't like how Lala's character is done because they think it's poor representation of someone on the autistic spectrum. And I kind of could see what they mean, but I also think I don't know if she's on the autistic spectrum, the autism spectrum.
I was like, I don't know, and I was reading it more that she's just mute and not autistic, because the way she acts
I was true. I also think she's also just mute, but also I feel like because the way that the Empire in the future handles with women, I feel like maybe Lala was abused as a child and she has reverted back to some natures, some more childlike natures, you know? Especially with how cruel like grandmother is and other people are.
Yeah, it's like, or they just treat her as a child because she's like mute.
Maybe. So I don't know about that personally. But it is something that would be interesting. Anyone have any, like if Brittany had any additional thoughts on that or comments had additional thoughts. But yeah, I think she's more like what you say, Rachel, just like a mute person who has been treated very poorly by her society.
It's just given how she acts when she's not has the power of voice.
Yes. I agree. She's really cruel when she has the power of voice. It's Tamara! Yeah, I know you're really behind, but you can catch up. This series is really good. You should read it. Tamara's waiting for me to be done with this live show so I can come over. No, just kidding.
I mean, we have.
For those who don't know, say that again.
We have 3 books of the series to get through, so
we do. I know. I'm just teasing. She is my sister. For anyone who does not know, you do. It gets even better, Tamara. Tamara, I need you to read this book and then tell us what you think about this one. Anyway, like I think everyone gets excited when someone's getting to read Mirror Sight, and I understand that now.
It's very decisive. It's like my first read, I don't think I loved it, and I think Brittany also said like Cade. My opinion on Cade has changed before first read and second read. But also, I was like, is it because I'm older, or was I just not paying attention? Because he's kind of toxic.
Yes, I am giving you homework. You should give me homework, maybe. Yes, I also love finding out how people feel about book 5. I do think one thing that was kind of a detriment to my enjoyment of this one is because I read them super close together. But maybe it didn't. I don't know. Because I did, like, maybe it was actually for a plus because I kept thinking about that book and so I could see more connections in this book. Because Carradine does give some... Tamara, are you still here? Why are you here for spoiler part?
She'll forget about it. It's fine.
Maybe. So, because sometimes Kerrigan remembers more things from what happened in book 5. We're just gonna call it that now, Tamara. Boo. And things like that. I'm trying to think of what to talk about in this book because, like, again, a lot happened, but I don't remember many parts of this, except for, thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Because basically, trauma, Zachary's gone, and there's a lot of torture, and we see more cruelty, and we have Griffin. That's all I remember from this book.
I think my favorite part is learning about like Anna and her plot.
Yes. I forgot about her. I don't know why I did.
She's not that important, but it's like a little child that's being adopted into the Green Raiders because that's what they do, apparently.
That is true. I remember her now. Yeah, I thought that was super sweet. thought that was super sweet. Maybe that will be like the daughter Kerrigan might have had. I did love all the Zachary Kerrigan moments in Firebrand, which made me more of a Kerrigan Zachary shipper. I agree. Even though this is my least favorite cover for some reason, like, look at them. Cuddles. Yeah, well, I'm very interested in what you're going to think on your next time around. Zachary does disappear for a while, Tamara, in this book. He's still in it. He just disappears where the people don't know where he is, and Astora has to basically lead the country for a bit.
Well, yeah.
But as we found in the beginning, all the evil people from book 4 are gone. And they actually, a lot of them just killed themselves or were killed. So, yeah. And it does make me upset for... Oh, interesting.
Well, it makes me... I understand Mallory because she's at the disadvantage of her mom being Mapstone.
True. Not exactly, Tamara. You'll find out when you read it. Yeah, she is at a disadvantage because Mapstone... Also, I love that Mapstone became a colonel. Like, Astoria, she's so cool. Why didn't Zachary do this earlier?
What can Zachary just not be king and make Astoria queen, and she can go marry somebody?
Right? Like, I kind of like for Endgame. No, that's fine, Tamara. You're okay. For Endgame, like, I kind of think it'd be kind of cool if Zachary and Kerrigan faked their own death so they could be together, and Astoria could be queen.
But they have to tell her because I don't want her to get a broken heart because she's great.
They should. I think it should be Astoria's idea.
Yeah.
Because she knows how much Zachary loves Kerrigan.
It's fair. I was like, it's not her fault. And Kerrigan doesn't want to be the other woman. And I hate when women are fighting each other because a man is cheating.
And this is what I'm loving about this series is because they're not fighting over him, but they do know how the other feels about them. And they're still trying to be together. I don't know about Amber Hill yet, still, because
he has to come back.
He has to not be where he's at right now.
I was gonna say Astora and one of the Green Riders. Who's the one that got burned?
I don't know. I can't remember which one got burned.
I know one of the. I was just like Astora could marry one of the Green Riders.
It's true. I also did like Astora and Amber Hill's flirting, but again, he has to,
he might be getting something else.
Mara?
Yeah, Mara.
Okay. They were just like,
I mean, that's not that big of a plot point.
Something else I remembered. Say it again?
The Mara getting burned isn't that big of a plot point.
No, it's not. Something else that I really liked is that a Kerrigan is for sure an honorary weapon now. Mapstone got mad about not being asked permission for it, and then Mapstone basically says, the weapons guy, he's like, okay, time for you to train.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. That reminds me of a thing that happened in Mirror Sight. The whole weapons in the door.
Say that again?
The weapon thing and the door and the tombs and all that.
Oh, yes!
Shenanigans.
Yes! That's a good point.
And I can't really talk about it because it is kind of big.
Tamara needs to go. Just kidding. I know what you mean. He has to come. It'd be great if he came back, but I'd also be okay if he did. But he's also right now really obsessed with the witch lady.
Yeah. And they would be toxic but fun.
It would be toxic but fun. I think it's already becoming toxic and fun. Tamra, how about you leave for 1 minute? Maybe make it like 3 minutes so that in case. Just you can come back in like 2 minutes. Cuz we want your reaction on this thing. So, tell us when you leave or hold on. I can also text you when to come back.
You can mute us until this book comes down.
Oh yeah. Mute us until the book is down. I'm texting her in case she can't I guess she leave. So come back and let me know when you do. Okay. Oh, first, Tamra, mute us. This book is up. Whoops, backwards. Mute us until this book is down. Okay? We're going to give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1. We are muted. Okay. All right. So, what were you going to say about the weapons on the door?
It's like because Kate could open the door. It's like he gets a true weapon. I'm like, what the fuck is happening with these? What are the weapons?
Right? Like, especially like there's the whole like not being in relations and stuff with the weapons, and like, but I mean, I guess they can but Kerrigan and Cade did it and had like a potential baby, and I'm like, huh, interesting. The weapons are so interesting. I hope we know more about weapons in the next book.
Are they like ordained by random god?
Maybe.
But also, they don't. Do they? Who are they serving again? Because is it Saccaridia? Because you had Fastion in being that one dude.
Yes. Well, they kind of serve Saccaridia, but I feel like they also do have their own agenda that we just don't know about yet.
Yeah.
Like, they're there to serve the king and Saccaridia. But again, I feel like if like their full agenda person came around, they would burn it all down. Okay. Brittany says they serve Saccaridia. Okay.
Yeah.
I love how both the books are just leaning on our heads because they're so heavy.
This is the best way I could do. I was like,
right,
like this, but
it's so heavy. But yeah, I love the weapons
because I don't like kind of the chosen one, like the Green Rider is like you have to be chosen, but it's weird kind of.
Yeah. Okay. Are we done talking about the door and the weapons?
Yeah, I was just like, I forgot that existed. I was like, that's very important.
Okay.
Weird.
Books are coming down. You can unmute now, even though you can't hear me. But yes. Okay. There's something else I remembered that happened in this book, and now I'm like, what was it? Because that was something we needed to talk about.
Or
Astoria is great.
We do get more magical creatures in this book, like the Aurelius Slee.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yes. I love that we have been getting more magical creatures. I think they need to be in more fantasy books anyway. Unmuted. Yay, Tamra. Beryl. Beryl showing. Beryl is like one of the characters I'm most intrigued by.
She scares me.
She's scary, but I love her. And she's not in most of she's in the books, but she just like isn't in the books, you know? So when she shows up, I'm like, you have interesting plot. So her being in the last chapter, talking to the sailors, and Ryder Ty is there and everything. Like it's just Yeah, like they're searching for Lord Amberhill because they don't know where. Yes, we need a Beryl spinoff. Sorry, I'm like hitting my desk a lot with this book.
Yeah, I think I want more time with the writers because we really don't spend a lot of time with them.
Mm-mm. No, we don't. I want to know like what Beryl's exact mission is and what she has been told to do because she seems to be in the best place. She seems to be in the place she needs to be most when she needs to be there. I forget what is her ability again. Do we know that?
Acting, basically, she can create a character and make people believe that she's that character. At least that's the way I think about it.
Okay. She could win Oscars. um, so yes, Beryl. I need more of her.
Well, I also want to know what her trade-off is, like, for her using her ability.
Oh, that's true. Because there's always a trade-off. Is it her losing more of herself? She's an international super spy. If anyone knows the reference, please say in the comments, the chat. But also knows torture. True.
I think like she just learned that from when she was working with under Morwell.
True. Good point. Yeah. So yeah, Kerrigan needs to like at the end of this book she needs to like basically heal and everything, which is talked about more about this in this little thing. Thank you, Tamara. She knew my reference.
And I think I kind of like that the trauma is staying because Kerrigan does not sleep in this like 3 books.
No, she doesn't sleep for 3 books. Again, like I think so many people would love this series if they just gave it a chance. Like I understand reading Green Rider and how it can sound very like, oh, that's not for me and everything. And Green Rider, the first book may not be for everyone, but it definitely comes into more of its own as you read more. And it's becoming an obsession. And I just want to read. I basically just, when I was in a feeling very slumpy, I wanted to basically read just Green Rider. But I was like, I don't have much left to read.
And I really like. I think I hit it at like the perfect point because right now I'm kind of in a reading slump, but I'm also very obsessed with a new series. So,
Ooh, nice.
like I'm like dead in the Wandering. I read the first book in the Wandering End series, and I'm like, I need.
Oh
more.
yes. I have the first audiobook and you're liking it makes me like, okay, this makes me feel like I didn't waste the money I spent on it.
Oh no. Well, for context, I've bought every audiobook I could. Not for me, but I'm reading them now. So I'm like, oh, good, I bought them all. Now they're for me.
I wish the whole series was out when I first read. Oh yes. Yes. I think I would love to do after we're done with Winter Light and then the new book, it would be really great to do an actual full length read along for when the series is done.
I think so too.
Again.
Because I thought the next book was going to be the last one. That's why I was.
I thought that too, but like, yeah, again, looking at reviews, and I think Brittany said earlier there's supposed to be like 2 more books after. Brittany, was it 2 more books after the new one comes out, or 2 more books including the new book?
So like 9 or 10.
Basically. Yeah, 9 or 10. This is supposed to be 9 or 10. Because I feel like 9 or 10, I think 10 is actually the perfect number for the series. I don't know why I think that, but I think it's just a perfect number.
Yeah. It like the longest series I've read right now is like 12 books.
Okay. It's Wheel of Time, but it doesn't waste your time. She keeps extending it. Well, Kristen, please stop extending it. Just end it in 10.
Well, and she's the type of writer that says the characters will tell me when it ends. So like that doesn't help me, a planner.
No. So yes. Yeah, Tamara, I said this earlier in the live stream, but there's many times this makes me think of Wheel of Time, but like I feel like this is better than Wheel of Time.
It's shorter. It has less characters. It doesn't expound.
Even if this series, which I hope it doesn't, gets to be a 16-book series or however long Wheel of Time is, I think it would be better plotted and better done than Wheel of Time.
I don't know if we. I was gonna say it would take It would take a decade ish to finish if it was 16 books.
Yes, that's why I don't. I hope it's not a 16 books. I hope it's 10. But
I was gonna say that's 8 years.
Yes, 8 years is okay. Oh, that's still a long time. I'm gonna be so old in 8 years.
I was gonna say cut the Cosmere. We're all just like, we'll be 50.
Right? Well, I will be close to 50 in 8 years, so
I'll be close to 40.
Woohoo!
I think.
I
can't math. No, I'll be
that's fine.
I'll be 36.
And with me being close to 50 makes me think, well, Kristen Britton is older than me, so she should just start wrapping it up. We will be true grandmas. Yes, I agree. Is there anything else about this book that you remember and would like to talk about?
Other than like it kind of, this is kind of like going into like bridging into like novella and seeing like the friendship between
Yes.
Kerrigan and I'm blanking on her name.
Estral.
Estral, yeah.
Which I love that the Barry sisters came back. And they actually went like, let's go see what the Seven Chimneys is like right now, because we haven't been there forever.
Yeah. Well, and then you can kind of see the breakdown between their friendship, and they're trying to build it back up.
Yes. Well, especially the way that she left at the end of Blackfell was made me so angry at Kerrigan.
Kerrigan's a dum-dum.
She's such a dum-dum. She's impulsive. Okay, but let's start with first with like the two short stories and then the main novella. Which,
well, I guess we could talk about maybe the intro too, because the intro.
Oh yes, the intro was so interesting. Also, I love this little picture right here. It is so cute.
You gotta show me. You gotta take pictures of the pictures because I don't have the pictures.
Oh yes, here. Let me show you all the pictures. Yeah, the sisters are back in this little short story. Okay, so let's start with the intro with the two little things. I thought I was gonna skip this, but I just ended up reading it. So we have Julie E. Oh, a person who likes screenwriters whose last name I will not.
She's another author.
Surrenda. She's another author who basically talks about, hey, you should read Greenwriter. And then also, yeah, so she has two little notes on how she's friends with Kristen. And then when this was published, this little novella, it had been 20 years. So this was published in 2018.
Yeah.
And we have our first little picture of a frog. Where it says White Pebble on it. So do you have anything to say about like the story behind the story part where she talks about it?
Well, it's interesting because like I don't like Terry Goodkind, so I was like,
I've never read any of his books, and I don't think I ever will.
Yeah, it's fine. But it's more interesting like where she got the lore and like her in the forest in Maine.
Yes. Yes, and how Kerrigan started off as a minor male character who was the messenger.
And like it starts from like the phrase "Don't kill the messenger." It's like, oh, yes. So messengers have hard lives. I'm like, oh, I guess.
And then Kerrigan's name was from Nancy Kerrigan, a U.S. figure skater.
And I looked it up, and it's that controversy with Tanya Hart.
Yes. Yeah. And then Condor was after another horse she knew, a gelding. She used to ride as a kid. Let me see. She basically likened her trusty steed mountain bike to her trusty steed horse of Kerrigan's horse.
Yeah, well, because I think we were talking about it feels very English, but I guess she was getting most of it from Maine.
True. I'm just looking at the bullet points that are in her little thing. The first draft of Green Rider was only Kerrigan, and there was no other point of views, and it was much shorter. And then she added a bunch of stuff to it.
Yeah.
And Terry did give her good writing advice, so that's great.
Yeah.
So inspiration for the Barry sisters, this is very interesting, came from Anna Green Gables. It was inspired by the time period of the Anne books. And when Kerrigan stays there, there's a little homage where Kerrigan sleeps in the East Gable bedroom, which I kind of love that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it was actually a pretty good intro because it gave I like having context.
Same. And then the Arcadia, like you said, was the inspiration. The landscape environment was the inspiration for Saccaridia. She did not want to have it set in traditional European landscape because she didn't know it very well. So she chose an American landscape, which is very interesting. So yeah, like you said, she imagined castles in Maine. Saccaridia is not a literal representation of Maine, but is Maine-like. See, I have never been to Maine, so
I've been when I was very little.
It is cute. I agree. Okay, this one's funny. Why Green Rider? Well, Pink Rider didn't sound right or look aesthetically pleasing in my mind. Green made sense since Saccaridia is densely forested, allowing messengers with dangerous job to blend in with their surroundings. So yeah, this is a cute little thing. So yeah. All right. Now,
and I think she's very much fill in the colors author versus having a strict plan.
Yeah, she's definitely a pantser more than a planner.
Yeah.
All right, here's a picture of a loon. Everyone's getting a little preview of pictures because Rachel hasn't seen them. Okay.
I don't own the book. I own the audiobook.
It's true. Okay, Wishwind. Thoughts on Wishwind? Yeah, I thought it was a fine story. It was a good story. It was just like, okay, this is good. It was a story she wrote in 2002, I think. She said in the acknowledgments. And so, yeah. Oh no, she didn't write that one. She wrote it She wrote it first before it. The next story linked to On the Lake of Souls. She wrote in 2002.
I like that one much better.
Me too. And here's more pictures. Just reminds me how there was a time period where that's that's a good point. It also makes me think of Stephen King too. Good. I'm glad you liked the picture, Sherry.
I just like what was this, like The Murder She Wrote? I think it's also in Maine.
Yes, it is a little town in Maine. See, whenever I think of Maine, I think of just a seaside town where you get lobster. Okay, linked on the Lake of Souls.
That one, and I think that was good allegory, between Kerrigan and Estrel. And I think it was just a neat story.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it didn't really have anything to do with Green Rider, I don't know why I liked it so much.
Wait a second. This one had Kerrigan in it? I thought that was just Dream Gatherer that did.
Yeah, because it's Estrel telling Kerrigan a story while she's like...
Oh, wait, yes, that story. Yes, sorry. Yes. This is the story part of the story that Estrel tells Kerrigan. You are correct.
Yeah, and it's kind of... And it's like an allegory for their friendship, like the two main characters.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Which I'm still mad at Kerrigan for being a stinky head about.
Yeah.
At the end of Black Veil. And then here's that picture, hands. Which, by the way, hands are really hard to draw, and she did a very good job.
Yeah, and I guess I like because it was very interesting and different lore.
Yes, this one was like, again, I mean the Dream Gatherer was my favorite of the whole thing, but this one was my second favorite. But I really liked it a lot.
Yeah. And also, it's a short story versus novella, so the Dream Gatherer has more time to flesh out.
Yes, that is true. All right, and then this is a rabbit picture.
Nice.
And now on to Dream Gatherer. I really liked this story. I liked revisiting the Berry sisters. I liked seeing Estrel's story a little bit more and what happened with her dad that happened in Firebrand.
Yeah. And every time I see the Berry sisters, I'm like, I feel bad for their servants.
Oh my goodness, the servants. Here's some flowers. So this is a picture of Bunchberry and Bayberry, which is Bunch and Bay. Yeah. And how like the Berry sisters are so trusting, but yet they don't get like robbed ever.
I'm just gonna say the house.
I guess. Here's some goals.
Yeah.
Warning, here's a bug picture, but it's one that I can handle.
That's neat.
Bug picture is gone. I feel like now I'm just looking at them. But yeah, I feel like this, at least like the part with Estrel's part in the story, I would have liked to see in Firebrand. But again, where to include it, I don't know. Because it is very much so has to do with right after what happened in Firebrand.
Yeah.
And there's more people in it, more folk. So here's a little picture of the scaly scales. And then here is a picture of not Kerrigan, I think Estrel with her lute. So, anyways, any other thoughts you had on Dream Gatherer, that story?
It was kind of scary.
Yeah, it was kind of scary. Probably why I liked it. I don't know. Oh, hold on, grumpy cat picture.
Cute.
So it was, yeah. So yeah, it was a nice little short palate cleanser for after these books, and it was something that kind of, even though it was scary, I think helped bring down the intensity of Firebrand, because Firebrand was very intense. I do like scary.
Yeah, so I don't know. It isn't, well, I don't have much to say because it doesn't give like a lot of information.
No. It just adds to Estrel's story that doesn't need to be answered in any of the books, but I like the extra information.
Yeah.
Because I like extra information.
Yeah.
So, hour and a half to talk about 2 books and a novella.
Yep.
Not bad, friend.
Yes. And then we have a novella and 2 more books.
Yes, I don't have the other book. I don't know why I didn't bring it into my room before coming to this. But
1 second, I will grab it.
Nice.
Haha.
Nice. So yeah, Winterlight and Spirit of the Wood is what we're going to talk about next time. Tamara a while ago did ask when the next live stream is. We didn't We don't know yet. We're going to talk about that now. Excuse me. So I do have to say, when I do read these books, even though they are long, like it takes me 3 to 4, like 3 days, maybe 4 days to read them. So like, let me look over here. For Firebrand, it took me 2 days to read. And then for Mirror Sight, it took me also 2 days to read. Winterlight is the longest of them, so even if I got it, I would be able to read it within a couple days, most likely.
Yeah, it takes me a bit longer to read it just because I don't have time sometimes.
Yes. So do we want to do it the like we have been doing it on the second Saturday on the 11th? Or do we want to give us a little extra time?
I will say my time period gets sketchy at the end of October, and then I'm basically not here for the month of November. So probably.
Okay. So the 11th would be better, correct?
Yes.
Which means we will not be able to talk about the last book, the new one, until December.
Which I think is fine because it gives us more time to actually read it, because none of us have actually read it yet.
No, none of us has read it. There's some people who can catch up. Like we could say, hey Deb, if you want to read all these books before December.
We have to source the book, and sometimes it takes forever to source the book, particularly a new book.
Yeah. I am lucky that I have an arc of the new book, but since it will be an eyeball reads take me a long time.
Yeah, and if I have to eyeball read, it'll take me ages.
Yeah. I can't believe, yeah. That is really weird. I now know the same as you. Like, I'm getting to that point. Have to read. Because did you read Winterlight, Brittany? I think you said you did. I can't remember now. Yes. I'm a witch. Thank you.
I used to be a witch, and then I didn't. And then I'm out of the obsession of reading.
Yes. Brittany likes the plan of... Oh, no. Poor Brittany. I hope you get the audiobook. You've read Winterlight once. Okay. So, let's see here.
The 11th at what?
So Saturday, October 11th at, we could do 2 o'clock.
Your time or my time?
2 p.m. CST. That's not what I wanted to put. CST/3 p.m. EST. I will be just coming home from work, but I will have like time to like sit and stuff, and I'll like have 15 minutes before that. So yes, add better. This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. The other thing is, if I'm not here the month of November, I will actually get time to read, and I get distracted by other things.
True. You have pre-ordered the audiobook. Great. That's awesome.
I'm getting the audiobook the next time I have a Libro credit.
Hopefully it's on Libro FM.
It's on like their website. It's like you.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So, all right, we're going to discuss Winterlight and this on October 11th, and then we will probably meet up in December to read the newest book. So that gives us time
to source the book, and the fact that I won't be here in November. Oh yeah, that is the 13th.
Canadian Thanksgiving. Oh no. You're one of our people who comes every time. This is why I'm like, I now remember why we changed it, because it was Brittany. Like, oh, Brittany's not going to be there. We need to change it.
I was gonna say, let us know, Brittany.
I'm pretty open. We can. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm pretty open. I just don't know what.
I just have a haircut on the 12th.
The 12th. Well, that's still Thanksgiving weekend for Canadians.
Yeah. I just get sketchy, and I'm good until the last week of October. Then I get sketchy.
Would the 4th be too early?
The 4th? That'll be fine. Actually, no. The 4th, I am going to many shows on the 4th.
What about the 5th? The 18th?
Yeah.
I'd be okay with the 18th.
That works.
Okay. What do you think, Brittany? October 18th, 2 p.m. CST / 3 p.m. EST. Ad banner. Boom.
Logistics, because...
Oh, Brittany's like, I'll have plans at that time. Well, we changed it.
Oh, I read that as I have plans already at that time for us.
Okay, the 18th should work. So, let me message Rachel.
For yourself.
This is the only time this is the only way I remember.
I know. Last time I was like, why did we do this? Let's see above.
Yeah, Rachel's like, are you good for this Sunday? And I'm like, what do you mean it's Sunday? She's like, and I scrolled up. I'm like, oh yeah, she's right. Not that she would lie. Not that Rachel would lie or anything. It was more like, wait a second, huh?
See, I have my life on a calendar. My Google Calendar is my life of things.
I have every intention of putting all my calendar and events, but this is how good I am at doing that. Like, I have nothing on here.
I have 2 calendars. I have a calendar that I write at home, where I like write not at home. At work I write like all the things I do like during the day. I write that down and like check it off. But I also have like where every like bill is due on my phone, on my calendar phone.
Maybe you should catch up. What book do you need first? I can feed you your obsession.
I think did you finish book 3 or did you get to book 3?
I don't remember if she's finished book 3 and needs book 4. Yes, Tamara, catch up. I mean, Tamara, just to let you know, the books are all available on Libby. The audiobooks.
I have them on Libro. I have like almost all of them on Libro. If you want.
Let's see. Green Rider. She needs book 3. If I wanted to eyeball Winterlight, it is available to borrow as an ebook.
Ugh, that's like 800 pages.
Oh, the audiobook. Here, Tamara, do you want it as an ebook? Here, I'm going to borrow the ebook for you on Libby. We share our Libby accounts as well. So that way we could get more holds and stuff.
Well, I've told you about the communal Audible account that I have.
Yes, we also share Audible and Libro. So yeah, ebook is ready for you to get on the Kindle. And then when you're ready for the next one, it does look like Blackveil is available as well as an ebook and audiobook. So I will still, Tamara, put a request in for the High Tomb. It says about 6 weeks. Unless you did that and I place hold. Well,
sometimes the 6 weeks sometimes lies.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, sometimes 6 weeks is a lie. So. Oh, it switched it to 5 weeks, so we're good. We share everything. It's true. She just shared my copy of, she borrowed my copy of Windweaver recently. And she gave it back to me. And I think it's just a habit because I work at a library, because this is what we do when people return books. I went like this. I was like, okay. And she's like, I took really good care of it, and told me a really funny story how the sprayed edges made her think she like the kids did something to the book, but they didn't. It was just the image on it. Yes.
I don't even have a sister. I just have a friend that I share my auto. But he read all of Wandering In, and it's like, you should read this. It's staring at me. I'm like, okay. And then that's my next year. I have a plan to continue reading that series all the way into 2027.
Oh, how do you have 3 different Audible accounts?
Different emails, I'm guessing.
Probably.
You just have to have different cards associated with it, I believe.
Good point. Good.
Or different countries.
That's a good point.
Anyway, but I think we're. Any other things?
Nope. So next live is right here. I was circling it with my mouse and then realized none of you can see my mouse. So
there.
Yes. Saturday, October 18th at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. We will talk about those 2 books. Until then, have fun. Oh, she's explaining. Whisper Sync. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's worth it.
So, all right. Thanks for coming, friends. And we'll see you more on the Green Rider. Tally ho. I don't know what Green Riders say. Anyway, bye.
Bye.